breakers into turn number 1, and he'll get that job done. Peter Bogish, good start as well as Dean Bentley on that FZR 600. He's the first of the junior bikes we can see in about 4th place out of turn 1. We see them into turn 2. Jordan Burley got a decent little advantage heading into the S's for the first of 10 times. These are feature races today, 2 10-lappers on the program for Pre-89. As already the legendary Sean Donnelly, we can see him in 4th place now in that beautiful Eddie Lawson replica Z1100. So plenty to look out for here as Jordan Burley tries to sneak away, talking to the boys in the paddock, and everyone looking forward to a bit of a dry track. So at the moment, their wish is coming true, and a beautiful dry track here at Manfeild, ready for the 10-lap Pre-89 junior and senior. Of course, the junior being the Formula 2 bikes of the era, and the senior being the big Formula 1 bikes. And at the moment, have a look at Jordan Burley. Nick, this is something special for him. He's already got about a 50 bike length advantage down the back straight.
Yeah, very exciting to see. A couple of other big names out in the pack as well. We've got Eddie Kattenberg on the FZR 1000. He's coming out of the Hawke's Bay, Te Wonga there. Sponsored by Fast Eddie's Motorcycle Cycle Repairs. Awesome to see. Pretty packed field out there today, and that's a convincing lead completing lap 1 there.
Yeah, Jordan Burley gets that one there ticked off. He's going to love this. So 10-lap race, can he hang on? Jean-Louis there sitting in about 3rd place now is we've got Sean Donnelly on that precision print. He's in 2nd place now, but Jean-Louis is going to try and argue straight back. So a bit of toing and froing. We've got Peter Bogish there. He's won the Suzuki International Series in Pre-89 class a couple of seasons ago, so he's no slouch when it comes to this top-level racing. But can't speak highly enough. Jordan Burley, the man from Ngaruawahia on the Hamilton Honda supported VFR 750, loving this out of the hairpin and down the centre straight. Making a bit of a statement as those big thousands jostle for position, and then there's 3 of them. You can throw a T-towel over them as they go down the centre straight. And starting off with a bang, the update as well. We've got Brett Fullerton. He heads up about 5th place, as well as Dean Bentley and Kieran O'Neill having a good little fight, 6th and 7th in the race, but they're 1st and 2nd in Pre-89 Junior. So this is going to be exciting. And you can see the thousands already getting into their work and reeling in Jordan Burley, but doing a wonderful job at the moment. Let's see in turn 7, beautiful sweeping right hand at the National Driver Training Centre, named corner here at Manfeild Circuit, Chris Amon, where the sun is shining. And we've got some red hot racing as we see Jordan Burley. Let's have a look at these split times, because he had a decent advantage last time around, but now he's getting swamped into turn 1. Peter Bogish in 2nd place, breaking hard. Jean-Louis in 3rd, and Sean Donnelly in 4th. So now what we see is a full-on 4-way fight. Brett Fullerton still there in 5th place ahead of Dean Bentley. Kieran O'Neill's in there. Jeff Crute, he's the man not only competing out there, but he's also the super sponsor and owner of Inferno Design and Digital in Wanganui. So awesome and great stuff to have him, not only a sponsor here at the series, but competing in the top 10. We've got Scotty Finlay on the 77. That's ZX400. He's going to be a factor around the streets of Wanganui. We can't wait to go there on Boxing Day. Something special as we see our race lead battle heating up there. Nick coming into Higgins. Jordan Burley, can he hang on? He's under a bit of pressure now.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff up the top there. Great to see the top 3 there really dicing, and there looks to be a change in lead there.
Yeah, we can see it there. Peter Bogish just gets out of there. But look at Jean-Louis. He's going to fire it up the inside, and there's going to be 3 wide breaking into turn 7. Jordan, got that nice lightweight bike. He's a bit better on the brakes, but it's still absolutely anyone's coming out of the final corner and starting the run down the front straight. I think it's going to be the man from the Hawke's Bay. Jean-Louis is going to tick that one off and lead heading into lap number 3. We've still got 7 to go. So plenty of time. Now Peter Bogish gets himself, he was 2nd when he crossed the stripe, but Jordan Burley's got him back under brake, so that's an awesome little fight going on. And Sean Donnelly, the best seat in the house to watch this 3-way fight for the lead. This is amazing racing, Pre-89 Junior and Senior. We've still got a massive 7 laps to go. Let's give you an update of the top 10. Jean-Louis, then you go to Jordan Burley, Peter Bogish, then we go Sean Donnelly, and there Brett Fullerton ahead of Kieran O'Neill, who's now ahead of Dean Bentley. So that's been a change for 1st and 2nd in the junior category. Scotty Finlay, another junior bike, up into 8th. It's Jeff Crute in 9th. Tony Sklenar is rounding out our top 10. Good to see the Wanganui boys all in force out here as that battle for the lead has quickly turned into a Jean-Louis benefactor. He's got about a 25 bike length advantage heading out of Higgins, and the jostling for 2nd place will be slowing those 2 boys down no end. So all falling into the hands of Jean-Louis at the moment there, Nick.
Yeah, it's really exciting stuff, and just looking back in the midfield as well, there's still a good bit of action on the infield as well. The juniors now picking up their pace and getting into their work as well, so awesome to see. And then just coming along the home straight now, Jean-Louis still comfortably in 1st place there. And this looks tight for second, third and fourth, and it'll be exciting to see if Sean Donnelly can get some action as we come into turn one here.
Yeah, he'll be getting stronger and stronger as this race goes on. At amazing number 3, one of the top 10 winningest riders at the Cemetery Circuit. He'll be excited to go there on Boxing Day. But have a look at this. Jan Louis, first one into the 114s, 114.477. Last time around, that is the fastest lap of the race, making a real statement. 2.4 seconds ahead of Peter Bogish there in second place. And then we look to Jordan Burley, who's just hanging on there for third place, with Sean Donnelly breathing down his neck in that beautiful classic Pre-82 Z1000. I think it's out to an 1100 now. He's done a lot of work in the off-season. Caught him here at the Spring Classic Festival here at Manfeild a couple of months ago, and he's done a lot of work to that, and then loving his racing. Just more and more fun every season he goes through. So a real legend, and we're on here. But look at Jan Louis. He was 2.4 seconds ahead of them last time around. He has stretched that out even further. A few lapped riders to contend with. But as we come to the halfway stage in race number 1, it's certainly advantage Jan Louis here. The man from the Hawke's Bay on Eastbound Engineering. Number 88, GSXR 1100, he'll be loving this. And look at this three-way fight. You can throw a T-towel over them as they cross the line. There's less than 0.2 of a second on the timing screen when they come through, but they have given up another 2 seconds that lap to Jan Louis. 4.6 seconds the buffer, and Jan Louis making a bit of a statement here after his race win yesterday, Nick.
Yeah, definitely. And going back to second place at the moment there, Jordan Burley, a beautiful Rothmans replica motorcycle there. Awesome to see people put a lot of time and effort into their bikes here, and this is getting really tight now as Sean Donnelly's just gone past him in the infield here. Really exciting stuff, and it's awesome to see the old bikes getting out here and getting amongst the action. We love to see it.
Oh, we love it. This is good. Inferno Design and Digital, we thank them very much. Had a big part to play in designing and doing the program, and the man from his business in Wanganui, Jeff Croot, he's out there competing. He'll be double classing as well. It is Formula Sport and Bears as well. Busy boy and an awesome sponsor. So we thank Inferno Design and Digital very much for bringing us Pre-89, our post-classic racing, and always a fan favourite when we go around the streets of Wanganui. And just as we see Jan Louis sneak off in the distance, we see Sean Donnelly getting into his work there. And it'll be interesting to see some lap times when they cross, because he's broken clear of those other two, and it looks to be maybe reeling in Jan Louis. So look out for this one here with 4 laps to go. Can Sean Donnelly reel in Jan Louis? Let's have a look as we see the updated top 4. Jan Louis, Sean Donnelly, Jordan Burley and Peter Bogish. That's your top 4. We go back a wee way to Brett Fullerton doing a good job, still in 5th place. Kieran O'Neill ahead of Scotty Finlay, and then go to Dean Bentley. So that's a 3-way fight. They're within a second and a half on track. That's the first of the Formula 2 or the junior bikes coming through. And then we look to Jeff Crook, Tony Sklenar's rounding out the top 10. Michael Ellsbrook is in 11th. Tim Kendall and Lloyd Dyer 12th and 13th. Mark McKenzie and Todd Ackroyd there 14th and 15th. And a shout out to Leighton Manel, super leader from Wanganui on the 711 machine. That's our top 16. Our 16 runners still in Pre-89 post-classic racing. And having a look. And it was no secret that the fastest man on track that last lap around was the number 3 of Sean Donnelly. But he only took about 0.5 of a second away from Jan Louis. So he's running out of laps, but anything possible at this stage with a massive 3 and a bit laps to go. As we catch our race leaders, they are going down the back straight. Jan Louis braking hard and going around turn number 7, the beautiful sweeping right-hander. A few lap riders ahead of him, but this is cruise control mode now. Got into the lead after a couple of laps, and now has put the hammer down. A little mid-race squeeze Jan Louis, so let's have a look. Yeah, so it's down to 3.5 seconds. It was over 4 a lap ago, so Sean Donnelly again takes a little bit more time out, but with just that 3 laps to go, needs to start making a move, Jan Louis. He's done a wonderful job getting through our lap riders so far in this race. He did a good job yesterday, and he's won the series a couple of times as well, so this is going to be well-known territory for Jan Louis there, Nick.
Yeah, definitely, and we can see the top 4 of the pack there spreading out now. Jan comfortably ahead, and Sean Donnelly's also broken away from Peter Bogic and Jordan Burley as well in 3rd and 4th, so still a good battle there for 3rd and 4th place. But now just take a look at these guys coming out the infield now and around the back of the track there. Really impressive to see. Sean Donnelly, he's a legend in local motorsport, Bradley, and he brings a lot of racing pedigree to Manfeild this weekend, so it's awesome to see him still involved in the sport as well, so we love to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. He was racing from about the late 70s onwards, so if there's, I don't think there'll be many people in the paddock that have done as many laps around Manfeild as that man there in 2nd place. And have a look out of turn 7, our race leaders come. Jan Louis and Sean Donnelly, and there's going to be 2 laps to go when we cross, and that is the closest this margin's been for some time. So let's have a look as they cross the line. Jean-Louis, he's sticking around in the 1:16s, and then you look to that gap there, so it's come down by half a second, so he's taken half a second out, but he's still got a big mountain to climb, 2.089 seconds with 2 laps to go. But Sean Donnelly, don't write him off, he's coming.
Yeah, he certainly is, and now the guys are just running into a bit of lap traffic through the infield here, so it'll be important for them to keep composure and stick to their lines. Good to see the track drying out as well in the infield here as well, Bradley. So it should be getting quicker as the day progresses.
Absolutely, talking to everyone in the paddock, and I don't think there was anyone that said they wanted the rain back from yesterday. It was in and out, and it wouldn't make its mind up. The track was drying at times, and then it was dry, and then it rained again. So just to have a nice, consistent, clear weather forecast will be a godsend for some of these guys, especially these pre-89 post-classic guys. Not a lot of them have got a wet setup in these, and it's exciting. Take nothing away from Jean-Louis' win yesterday. He loved that, and now he's about a lap and a quarter away. He's got some lap riders ahead of him, but he's breaking into turn 7 now. So let's keep an eye on this one here. The white flag ready and waiting for the man on the number 88. He is a legend of post-classic racing, the Bay Motorcycles man. Eastwell and Adrenaline are on board. The number 88 as he ticks off the last lap now. White flag out. And 1 to go for the 88 Jean-Louis. There is Sean Donnelly, and the gap, we'll just have a look at that when it comes through. So it's down to 1.2, so he's taken 0.8 out of him that time around. His lap riders ahead of him. This could get spicy as we get a last lap showdown here. The Pre-89 Post Classics brought to us by Inferno Design and Digital. And, what's going to happen here, Nick? This could go either way at this stage.
Yeah, and to add to the excitement, we've got a couple of lap riders in the mix here, so Sean's got to stay composed through the infield here. But, man, impressive ride from him to get that differential down over the last couple of laps here. So he's been pushing that Kawi pretty hard in the last couple of laps, so this is going to be exciting as we watch them head out of the infield and around the back of the track there. So just keeping an eye out as well. Our 3rd and 4th place, Jordan Burley sticking in 3rd place, followed by Peter Boggess from 4th. So this has been really awesome racing. Great to start the day with our post-classic motorcycles. Always guaranteed a bit of action out there. So still Gian out the front there as we're heading into turn 7. Sean Donnelly appears to have closing the gap, so it'll be interesting to see here coming out of the corner.
All right, let's bring it home here. The 88 of Jean-Louis, I think he's done enough. He's got out of turn 7, and he's going to do this in style. He won yesterday, he's going to do it again today. Well done, the checkered flag waves, and it's another win for Jean-Louis, 2 from 2 this weekend. Another 2nd place for Sean Donnelly. He'll be loving that, and then also a good shout out there. Jordan Burley rounds off the podium on that slightly lesser horsepower 750. But he'll be excited about that. Former New Zealand Pro Twin champion turns his trade now to post-classic racing, and that will feel mighty good. Peter Boggess chased hard and comes home in 4th place there, and that's going to round up top 4 of the senior bikes. We go then 5th place, Kieran O'Neill, well done on the 619. That's the first of the junior bikes home. That will feel mighty good ahead of Scotty Finlay and Jeff Groot. So that's 6th and 7th. Tony Sklenars gets home in 8th place ahead of Dean Bentley. Well done, Dean Bentley. 9th place there. Michael Ellsbrook there rounding out our top 10 with Tim Kendall, Mark McKenzie, Lloyd Dye and Todd Aykroyd. That's all the way down to 14th. And then we round out 15th with Leighton Manel. So that is a wrap of our post-classic Pre-89 brought to us by Inferno Digital and Design. Brett Fullerton, a non-finisher in that one there. So hopefully everything okay on that beautiful ZX 750. But checkered flags waving, and we will cross down to Neil when we get a chance. He will have our race podium and wrap up, and it's going to be a podium similar to yesterday with Jordan Burley, Sean Donnelly and Jean-Louis, our top 3 for Pre-89. All right, fantastic stuff. Absolute scene. So Neil just coming down the stairs now, so we'll catch up with the podium getters in a minute, but that is an awesome podium down there for pre-89 post-classic as we see the boys after a 10-lapper look a little bit more tired than they used to, so we will, when we get a chance, cross down to Neil Ritchie, who will have our Inferno Digital and Design pre-89 post-classic podiums.
Well, it is a good morning and welcome everybody. Our first update from Pit Row, as we always like to do with Suzuki Series, and welcome to our crew here today. First of all, Jordan, you're the first ones out. What's the track like today?
Yeah, well, it's drier than yesterday for the most part. It's pretty good out there. There's a few tiny little patches, especially if you're getting offline, but nothing to worry about. Like, you can push pretty hard. It's probably not lap pace out there, but give it another half hour or so to get rid of those patches and it'll be mint.
All right, first of all, about the bike, how's the machine preparation?
It looks the part. Mechanically, it could probably do with a little bit more. We're a bit down on power. The gearbox is jumping out of gear a bit. It's an old bike. It takes a bit of nursing. Trying our best. Yeah, needs a birthday, but it'll do for now.
All right, and more importantly, the rider, how's he feeling?
Oh, it's been a while since I've ridden hard like this, and yeah, by about lap 7 or 8, I was ready for the checkered flag. Those last couple of laps were really starting to get trying.
All right, Jordan, we've waited a long time between drinks. Now the Suzuki Series underway, how you feeling?
Oh, it's so cool to be back out here. Yeah, I took a year off in like 2020 or whatever. I was planning to come back last year, but COVID sort of screwed that up. So a couple of years off racing. It's so good to be back and racing again. Yeah, the old bugs are well and truly underway.
Well done, matey. Thank you very much. Jordan Burley, ladies and gentlemen, what a cool one. Yeah, the bike, isn't it, looking pretty cool. So here we are with Dwayne, and first of all, Merry Christmas, mate. Cool to be back.
Yeah, it's real good to be back.
All right, what's Manfeild like today?
Oh, it's pretty good. Nice and clean.
Yeah, in fact, thanks to the crew last night. They went out with the sweeper last night and went right around the track, so it's going to get better for your next one?
Yeah, bloody good.
All right, what about the bike? What have you done?
This one's been in the shed for a long time, and it hasn't done a lot of work, so this is its first proper season.
All right, hey, the local hero, Sean Donnelly, never gives up the fight, does he?
No, and he's bloody good to race with too. Nice and clean.
All right, look forward to Wanganui Boxing Day.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Well done, John. Well done. Great to see. So there you go. Our crew for another great battle in our Inferno Design post-classic. Beautiful to see. Yes, indeed. The BM motorcycles, all the kit out here, the 1100.